You know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to everybody in the YouTube universe. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Thursday. We're almost through the week. Wild price action. Welcome back to the Infinity Show, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are doing well, man. We're almost through the week. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube universe. Let's get to it. Man, I've been busy, guys. I've been busy. Busy to say the least. So I've been trying to get on here, but it just hasn't been working. But I'm on here now, man. For we can knock out a couple of hours. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the new subs. Shout out to everybody that's on this journey, man. Keep on going, man. Keep on going. I've definitely hit the first half of the year has been tricky, man. For me, at least. I've been trying to adjust my strategy, and I've been having mixed results. But we're still tweaking bit by bit. We're gonna get it right. I think I have to implement some of the old strategy, the strategy I was using last year as well. I'm trying to shrink size, but at the same time, last year when I was trading, I didn't need much chart time. But with the micros, to push the accounts forward, I need to trade a little bit more. So, with my strategy. So, we'll see. Still tweaking. I'm going to get it right before summertime, so. But yeah, it takes time, man. When you're working on a strategy, it definitely takes time. And then you have to incorporate market conditions or include market conditions while you're keeping track of the stats. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Something tells me I should have just stuck with my strategy from last year, but I was trying to shrink my size, man. All last year was minis. I rocked minis the entire time. I maybe did micros here and there, but it would be like with accounts that didn't have much drawdown. But this year, started the year, I also did copy. I was also copy trading this year, so that's a little bit new because I kind of got away from that last year. Early, I actually told myself I'll never do it again. But this year I've been trying it out. Results haven't been great, but we're figuring it out. There's different ways to approach it, so we'll see. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube universe. Shout out to all the new subs. I appreciate you guys. Let's keep on going, man. All right, let me turn this thing on. It is noon. It's lunchtime. Lunchtime. All right, guys. Not much today. I could barely trade yesterday. Could barely trade the day before. So yeah, I'm playing small to close the week. Bits and pieces. Bits and pieces, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. Let's get this thing going in the background. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. 1 o'clock coming in hot. We got fresh 1 hour candles coming in 15 minutes. Then what else? That's a fresh 4 hour on Thinkorswim. So we'll see. All right, watching the price action, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Oh, what did I just do? Okay. Let me get the link in here. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube universe, man. Had to run some errands this morning. So I played the open. Then we had PMI data dropping. PMI data dropped 15 minutes into New York session. Now we got some chop action going on. Did we just test 400 again or 300? Yeah, we did. We pushed above 300 and the bears pulled us back ASAP. It looks like they're doing the same thing over again. From that 320, 340 range. We'll see if the bulls can hold on. All right, man. Let me see. Did I do this right? All right, cool. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube universe. Let me see if I can pull this guy up. Boom. Boom. All right, guys, let's see. Shout out to Corey. What's going on, Corey? How you feeling? Shout out to Corey. Yeah, I'm back, man. It's just been busy, man. I have a lot of things going on. Shout out to Corey in the building, aka CP Trader. What's going on? Did you scalp anything today or trade anything today? Shout out to Corey in the building, man. Yeah, I had to get back on here and catch up with you guys, man. I tried to get on yesterday. Almost hopped on, but didn't work. Something else popped up, had to run out. But it's all good, man. We're gonna make it work. I'm gonna be on here as often as I can, guys. As often as I can. So if there's a week where I can only get on 2 or 3 times, I'll try to follow it up with the whole week the next week. We're working, man. We're doing a lot. Trying to work on this strategy, trying to tweak this strategy. So I'm like, man, it's just been back and forth to start the year. Rough patch, but we're going to get back on the horse. Definitely blown a bunch of accounts this year. I got to get back to the groove I was in last year, man. Shout out to Corey in the building. Corey says up about 200 per account in 4 accounts. Nice. Did you copy trade them or did you do them? Did you trade them individually? That's another thing I'm grappling with. Last year I swore it away. I was like, I'll never copy trade again. After I blew a whole bunch of accounts in the span of 2 days, I was like, should I do this? Or should I just go back to my individualized trades? The individualized trades were just less of a headache, man. Passed the 50K eval yesterday, so that was cool. I'm hoping Apex runs their 90% sale this weekend. If we can get the 90% sale, that'll be great, because I'm gonna load back up. Shout out to Corey. Nice. Yeah, man. For the most part of last year, I was doing individual. Even when I had 20 accounts on Apex, individual. Topstep, I was doing individual. When I had like 2 or 3 XFAs, individual everything. But this year I was like, let me try if I can switch some things up and play with more accounts. But yeah, I'm not getting the results I want. And the thing is like you get more reps with the individual trading. So yeah, I think I gotta get back into that, because like, let's say I had 20 Apex accounts. After the first 2, 3, or 4 trades, I'll be in a rhythm, you know. But this year I've been using chunks to trade. I'll be trading like 3 or 4 accounts at the same time. And then if I take a hit, I'm like, oh man, okay. I'm trying to, then I go into tilt mode and trying to bring them back because it's more than one account. Yeah. I just have to do what's good for me, for my strategy. Shout out to the Dominican trader. What's going on? What's up, man? Shout out to you, man, on those payouts, man. Shout out to the Dominican trader in the building, back in the building. Oh yeah, I gotta get the link too, right? Shout out to the Dominican trader. Any trades today? Shout out to Corey, aka CP Trader, and the Dominican trader in the building. Quick scalps today, man. Man, still working on the strategy, man. But I'm trying to shrink size. But like, when I'm looking back at my videos from last year with the minis, I was in and out, man. I wasn't wasting any time on the trade. Like, I was in it. I would hit a level, in there, in and out. Take my 200-300, move on to the next day. But this year, I've definitely been over trading. I don't know if it's the stream. I don't know what it is. But I have to be aware of it. And I have to be aware, I have to understand that I don't have to take every single setup. With this stream, I'm definitely getting, I'm looking at the charts way longer than I used to last year. Last year, I look at the charts for, of course, I'll do my overnight work. I'll do my charting in the evening. And then in the morning, I have my plan. I execute my plan. I'm done. Everything is off by noon. In the first 2 hours, man, everything's off. Or I'm just sitting back watching. I'm definitely not taking any trades. But then I look back over this year so far. I've been trading in the afternoon. I've been trading just on stream, trying to give you guys a show, but I have to be aware if I'm over trading. It's definitely a different dynamic on stream. I don't know if it's ego, I don't know what it is, but I need to be aware of it. I gotta be aware of it, man. Definitely a different dynamic. Shout out to the Dominican trader in the building. Dominican traders are just did the load up chart. Shout out to Corey. Corey says, yes, I am going to load up as well and try to conquer the trailing drawdown. Yeah, you'll get, look, I dealt with the trailing drawdown most of last year. So you'll get used to it. My advice for that would be to just aggressively take profit. If you go up 200-300 and you're, no, not aggressively take profit, but aggressively stock the profit. So if you're going up, you're up 100, move that stop up to 50. You go up 200, move that thing up to 150, wherever your target is. Don't let it come back on you. Because if I get in a play right now, right at VWAP, right now, right, and I go up 1,000, and I let that thing come back 1,000, and let's say I break even, it looks like I haven't lost anything, right? But the drawdown took a hit by 1,000. So let's say I'm in a play right now. We're pushing to the upside off of VWAP. As soon as we hit 200, I'm moving my stop to 100. As soon as we hit 500, I'm moving my stop up to 250, 300, giving it a little bit of space to move around. When we hit 700, I'm moving my stop up to 500, 600. So it's in, out. Yeah, don't let it come back against you, man. I know some guys that are trading Apex, they're like, I want to let it work. I'm like, okay, you can, but you have to understand that the game is the trailing drawdown. Now, if it was an end of day drawdown, sure, that's like Topstep. You can let it ride. But that trailing drawdown is part of their game. That's part of the prop firm's edge for you to blow up your account. So you have to play the game. You have to play the game, man. And part of the game is working that trailing drawdown to your advantage. Because there are definitely a couple plays I've had that just soared. It soared. And I just kept my stop at break even. Not understanding the trailing drawdown. It'll come back against you. All of a sudden, your drawdown's cut in half. And you're like, hold on, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, you have to play the game. They have those rules for a reason, man. They have those rules for a reason. But I'm just so used to it since I've been trading it for about, a year plus. But yeah, definitely stock your profit up. I don't know if you use the DOM or how you do it, but move your stop up to break even as soon as you can. Move your stop into the green as soon as you can. Shout out to the Dominican trader in the building. Just requested 1K from one account and 900 from Topstep. Nice. Dominican trader is cooking. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Dominican trader says, I'm long on ES and NQ. Nice. Shout out to Pro Grand. What's the word? Welcome back. Welcome to the Infinity Show, man. Corey says, patience is key, which I'm still working on, as well as accepting a loss. Yeah, man. One thing that helped me, even this year, I've gotten back into the habit of not having trouble accepting the loss. Last year, go look at Q4. You can go look at my trades, my streams from Q4 last year. I would hit it, stop. Hit it, stop. Hit it, stop. If I took a $200 hit, $300 hit, I was done for the day. But this year, I've been over trading, man. I'll go down 200-300 and immediately I'm like, I gotta get that back. But I gotta get back out of that mindset. That's how I started. That's how I started the prop game early 2024. I was like, I took a loss. I want to get it back. I want to make it green, but I got to get back into taking one loss, maybe one loss on an account, and stopping. Because there's so many times where I took a small loss and the next day I would make that back and more, plus more. So I have to get back to that, man. I got to get back to that. And if I have like a itch to trade, I'll just, I will go to my practice account or something. That's what I need to do. Edit. But yeah, we're working on it, man. This thing is a journey, man. You got to keep on going. Keep on going, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to all the new subs. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the Dominican Trader in the building. Shout out to Progrand. Shout out to Corey, aka CP Trader. Let me see if I can. Man. Oh, what was I just doing? Turn off the GPS. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Moon or Mars. What's the word? And guys, you see, I still have this trend line, man, that has been. Let me see. Hold on. This trend line we have been battling since. Yo, yesterday was insane. Yesterday was insane. And look how we tested the same trend line right into power hour. This trend line is the same trend line. Basically, it's a trend line all the way from overnight highs on Monday. Yeah, overnight highs Monday going into Tuesday. So I have that same trend line. We were cooking all through here on Tuesday. We were playing that trend line down. And then yesterday, we got the break. But then that bond, the auction bond, or the bond auction was at 1. What else? Then we had Vixpiration. Shout out to Moon or Mars, because I was not aware. I think I have like a schedule somewhere with the Vixpiration dates. It might be in the Discord. I need to pay attention to it though. Because that was not on my radar. Shout out to Moon or Mars. Moon or Mars was like, today's Vixpiration. I was like, for real? Uh-oh. But yeah, that's the same trend line. They cut the parachute rope at 1. We flushed. London session, quiet. And we got our a nice flush at like maybe an hour before the open. And now bulls are trying to hold, but at the same time, we got double top action going on in the 300s. It's gonna be interesting. Overnight highs on NQ are like in the 240 range. If they can't hold that into the afternoon, things could get messy. We got a fresh 4 hour, fresh 1 hour, fresh 15-minute, all that good stuff right now. What's the low? The low is 21,160. If we can't maintain that, we got space down. 21,160, yeah. Was it 21,160? No, hold on. It's this. This is it. Yeah, basically 21,000. Because we almost swept 21,000 maybe an hour before the open, but the bulls came in hot. We'll see what happens once we get back down to this trend line though. Do we hold it back to the upside or do we crack through? We'll see. Shout out to CP Trader. Patience is key. That's a fact, man. But yeah, we're working on it, man. I'm gonna figure it out. This thing is a marathon, man. Constant refinement, constant refinement, constant refinement. If the video is blurry, go to your settings and update your update the quality, and then you'll see it the numbers clear. Oh man. Oh man. All right, we're back to VWAP. Let's see what happens around this level. Hold on one second. Shout out to Alcy in the building. What's going on, Alcy? Dominican trader said yesterday I missed my TP by 2 ticks, man. I know the feeling. Woo! I know the feeling. Was that on Topstep? 4,500, nice. Yeah, Topstep, man. I'm a gunner on Topstep. No consistency rule. Topstep can get dangerous. Oh, that was on Apex. Oh no! What size account was that? That's a heck of a move, man. You caught a good move. Shout out to Alcy in the building. Shout out to Mooner Mars. Yeah, the Mooner Mars says waiting to see if these bears come out again. Yeah, man. At this point, look at this double top at 21,300. Watching to see if they'll test that trend line again. If we can't hold VWAP, that's the gap I'm looking for the price action to fill. Shout out to Program. Did you trade Mind Funded Futures? I have in the past. I don't have any accounts with them right now, though. Shout out to the Dominican trader. I'm over the threshold. Oh yeah, then you're good. When you're over the threshold, you can have a bunch of fun. That's when Apex turns into Topstep. Once you get deep into the cushion, that's when Apex turns into Topstep. But if you're below the cushion, below the threshold, then it's like you're fighting to get above it. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to the Dominican trader in the building. My top one prop is top. Yeah, Topstep is. I like first day on the XFA. I've been up 4 or 5K. Like it's you have to have some discipline around it though, for sure. Because it's like you can fun and gun in there. You can go up really fast. You can go up. You can get some good profit really fast on Topstep. Yo, Dominican trader, what size accounts do you have on Topstep? I want to try the 150K. I'm hearing good things about the 150K on Topstep and Traderfy. Nice pop for the Bulls. Shout out to Dominican Trader. You passed them evals on Apex slowly? Nope. Not slowly, quickly. Quickly, not slowly. I started off slowly, but after a while, I was like, let's get to the PAs, man. Shout out to the Dominican Trader. Get to the PAs, man. Especially 1 day pass. Not slowly, quickly. Yeah, today has been chop, 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 chop. Chop, 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 chop. Shout out to Justice. Justice says, do you have a Trader 5? Man, I need to get one. Let me see if I can. I tried to apply for one. Hold that thought, Justice. I need to check my email. Hold on 1 second. Justice, I think it's still pending. I think it's still pending. But once it clears, then I'll definitely put it on here. I appreciate it. I didn't know Tradeify got rid of its the payout windows. I didn't know that. I've been so focused on Apex Topstep. Dominican Trader, we're on the same page. I think we're on the same page. We're on the same page, full size, no games. Shout out to the Dominican Trader in the building. Yeah, Dominican Trader, I think you trade like I do. You're heavy-handed. Last year, I was heavy-handed, man. But now I'm trying to scale it back, but I might have to go back to it. I might have to go back. Trade and stop. Program, shout out to Program, shout out to Justice, shout out to Alcy, shout out to Mooner Mars, shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate all the new subs, guys. We got the Cash App now. This channel is not monetized, so we got the Cash App, Infinity Trades. If you want to donate to the channel, go ahead, man. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to all the new subs. Man, yeah, I hope Apex runs this sale, because if they run this sale, I'm loading up. Memorial Day sale. Expect something. Something from Apex. Shout out to the Dominican trader. The Dominican trader says, waiting for these payouts to scale up on M20. Yep. I have like 10 past evals, bro, and I canceled the subscriptions and lose them. And you lost them? Oh no. If they do on Memorial Day, credit card will be maxed out. Dominican trader, you're just like me, man. Look, we gotta max it out. Cause I'm not just I'm looking at the opportunity cost. If you get those evals, I'm thinking about the payouts on those evals. Yeah, you're just like me. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Yeah, max it out, man. What? It'll pay for itself, especially when you know you can get the payout and you've done it in the past. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I don't think it's half day. I think it's full day tomorrow. I'll see. Yep, you're correct. You are correct, Dominican trader. They have to. I think if I'm not mistaken, they did 90% last year, and probably the year before that. Moon or Mars might know. Somebody said it in the chat that every Memorial Day is like 90%. 90%, you gotta load up. Nice bounce off VWAP. Hold on 1 second, guys. Need some water. All right, so let's figure this out. Shout out to Alcy. Shout out to the Moon or Mars. Shout out to the Dominican trader in the building. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They have to do something. Yep, it's a fact. And the competition is strong. Take Profit Trader isn't playing any games. Take Profit Trader isn't playing any games. All right, I'm back. Told you I'm doing like a lot. I'm doing a lot. Shout out to the Dominican trader in the building. Dominican trader says, be careful with the 300 level. Yup. This could be triple top, head and shoulders. It could be all of that. So we'll see what happens up here. You see that teal dotted line? That is the middle of a 1 hour FEG. So that's also a level to watch. Then you got day highs. Then you have overnight highs. Watch all those levels. Shout out to Moon or Mars. Moon or Mars says, yeah, I think they do Memorial Day and July 4th. Memorial Day and July 4th, 90%. Let's speak it into existence. Let's speak it into existence. Man, they were running sales left and right last year, man. Then you had the $85 activation fee. Woo, top notch. The 130 activation fee definitely feels different. It feels different. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Dominican trader says, be careful with the 300 levels. That's a fact. You can start scaling out around here. 90% discount entire house mortgage to buy them. You yeah, man. Look, the 90% sale, man. You gotta take advantage. That's the best price Apex has to offer. If they run the sale, use this code up here, man. Use this code. Use this code right above me, right here. I hope they run it, man. I hope they run it. I forgot how they did it last time. Did they do it the whole weekend, or was it like I could probably go back to my bank account and go look. And I'll know exactly when they did it. Memorial Day last year. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yo, Dominican Trader, are you in the Discord? Matter of fact, I need to post the link, right? Shout out to the Dominican Trader. You still haven't break the 100 affiliate earn money? I have. I have. Shout out to everybody using the code. That's another way to help the channel, man. The affiliate code and the Cash App. And just hitting the like button, man. All of those help. Subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Ladies and gentlemen, it's free of charge. Free of charge. When you use the affiliate code, it's free of charge. You're paying for the eval anyway. Oh, that's coming. But I think you have to get like to a certain amount. I'm waiting for it to get to a certain amount before I request it. That's coming though, for sure. I need everything to be infinity. Shout out to the Dominican Trader. Are you in the Discord? Dominican Trader, hop in the Discord. I'll bump you up. It's 100, but that's it? Oh, okay. So maybe I'm thinking this is 1K. Once you hit 1K. Maybe I read it wrong. So you can get your own as soon as you start getting payouts. Nice. Shout out to the Dominican Trader. I didn't know that. I'm thinking it's like 1K. Once you get to like 1K in payouts. Shout out to the Dominican Trader for that information. I'm going to try. So maybe, what do I do? Just put in like a, I guess I'll put in like a, oh, wow. Okay. So maybe I got to put in a ticket. I don't know how they do that one. That side. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I'm thinking you have to be like, you have to get a couple months under your belt, get to like 1K, and then they'll be more likely to do it. Just email them like, okay, cool, sure. Shout out to the Dominican Trader. I didn't know that. I do need the customized code for sure. Shout out to the Dominican Trader in the building. I have to post this Discord link. Hold on, let me see. Again, I have switched the bitrate on the stream. Let's hope I haven't had any error messages. Let's see if this holds. Let's see if this holds. Okay, let me. I'm about to post a link. I got you. Shout out to the Dominican Trader, man. I appreciate that info, man. You the man. All right, let me. Yeah, I'm looking to stream, so I'm doing my due diligence. Oh, for sure. Hop on, man. Look, once you get on, like, post your link in here, and we'll all go check you out. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, the link. I need the link out of here. Didn't I update the link on the site? Oh, not in the description. That's what I need to update. The one in the description. The last link just ran out. So I gotta put this guy in here. Yeah, hop in. I'll bump you up for free, man. That's what I need to update because I did the one in the on the page description. Then I did the one in. Oh, okay, cool. I need to update that now. I'll update that now. Free chat. I'll pin it. That should be a better. That's the updated link. So let me go into the. Okay, I got it. I don't think I can edit the one in the description yet. I have to update it for the next stream. I gotta make set an alarm for that. Let's go. You're in there, man. I'm about to bump you up. We're headed to these 300s. I don't know what's gonna happen up here, but take your time. There's a block of bears up there. You could just look at the 2 last swing highs. There's a block of something up there. I don't know who it is, but they're unloading as soon as we get up there. Shout out to all the new subs. I appreciate you guys, man. Let's keep on going. We're headed to the. We're on here until the close. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell so you know exactly when I go live. Let's keep on going. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You gotta keep on going. Let's keep on going, man. But yeah, past the 50K eval yesterday. If they run this 90% sale, I'm gonna get as many as I can. We have non-farm June 6th. That's like 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from tomorrow. First Friday of June, we got non-farm coming in hot. We got NVIDIA earnings next week, Wednesday, I believe. That's going to be huge for the market. NVIDIA juggernaut in terms of the future of, it's a big piece. And Jensen isn't playing over there, so hopefully we get a pop. I need NVIDIA close to 200. My call is basically, what is it, 115 call? That's for 2026. I need 200 ASAP before the summer's over. I want 100% on that call. 50 to 100% for sure. And it was up 50% when we made that push to was it earlier this year? Before the sell-off. It was at 50%. We were at like 60%. So I know if that was still in the 100s, low 100s. So I'm letting it ride. We'll see if we can get to see. Yo, Dominican trader, just let the group know how long you've been trading and what you trade in the Discord. I have to do like a tutorial for the net flow thing too. Not a tutorial, but just like a quick summary for everybody in the group. Man, I was looking over my trades from the last month or two yesterday. And I was like, man, there's a couple that I want back. I was sitting there like, what did I just do? What was I thinking? The psychology part of this trading game is so vital, man. It's a constant grind. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We're rocking and we're rolling. Look, we're up to these 300 levels again. This is the middle of a 1 hour FEG as well. Stream looks like it's moving smoothly. They kicked me off a couple days ago, man. I don't know what happened. They keep saying it's the bit rate. When I lower it, when it's too high, they say it's too high. When it's too low, they say it's too low. But I think I found like a good medium, so we'll see if this holds. It doesn't give me any issues. The stream just ended. I'm like, come on, man. It didn't even give me an error message this time. I was like, wow. They just cut me off. It's all good. We're going to get the settings together one way or another. And that's a fact. Stop. Wow. Everybody says it. And that sucks, man. Let me see. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to load up that 50K tomorrow. It's still 1 day pass. So if you have like some evals, oh yeah, speaking of that, I might have some evals that might it might be they might refresh since it's been a month. Oh, you can put it in the main chat. Shout out to the Dominican trader. That's where the most of the action happens, the main chat. And then you can post like your profit losses in the profit loss channel, and then post your payouts in the payout channel. But the main chat is like where most of the action goes down. Who's TG23? Say something. Shout out to TG23. Who's that? Shout out to the Dominican trader in the building. Yo, man, I think we trade a lot. We trade alike. I think we trade alike. Shout out to Thomas G in the building. Thomas G says, "What's good? Enjoyed your stream so far. I appreciate it, man. Blessing from Norway. Wow, we got Norway, we got Denmark, we got everybody in the building. Where's the Great Dane from Denmark? Where is he at, man? Shout out to Norway. Shout out to Denmark. We got South Africa in here, man. We got everybody in here. Nice. Shout out to you, Thomas G. How long have you been trading, and what do you trade?" Shout out to Norway in the building. Shout out to Norway in the building. Thomas G says, "What's good? Enjoyed your stream so far. Blessing from Norway, man." We got Norway in the building. Are you, Thomas G, are you the one, TG23? Thomas G said, "I started trading a couple months ago, only up and down so far. I swing trade though, so using cycles. How about you?" Okay, nice. That's cool. Okay, cool. That's you. All right, cool. I'll bump you up for free. I got you. Shout out to TG23. I've been trading since 2016. It's been a long time, almost a decade in the game, man. Been a long time. Man, you want to talk about a journey. It's been a journey. Shout out to Thomas G. All right, cool. I got you. Whoa, Amazon's headed north. NQ is headed to 3. We're above 300. Let's see if she can hold. One thing I see is like we got a fresh 4-hour candle coming in too, right? On TradingView. We'll see how she reacts here. 300, man. Be careful at that level, man, because they have chopped us down twice already from up here. It's either going to be triple top action or we break through. One of the two. Either way, we got to let it rock and make a decision first before attacking. Whoever bought it from the last swing low, they're probably pulling profits right now. But we'll see. TG23. All right, I got you. We got Norway. We got everybody in here, man. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Dominican trader says, "Look at that move. Glad I added at 250. Yeah, for sure. You know that we're going to reach into that liquidity. The supply zone. Yeah, we're about to see. We'll see what happens up at these levels. These are key levels right here. We got round number. We got 1 hour FEG midpoint. We got previous swing highs. We'll see what happens. Cause they definitely they cut the rope, the parachute rope up here. A fresh 4 hour candle coming in on TradingView as well. The Thinkorswim 4 hour candle's already in progress to the upside, but we'll see how. Dang, that's so weird, man. Why can't everybody be on the same time frame? Throws things off. Thinkorswim, the Thinkorswim 4 hour candle started an hour ago. Here we go, fresh candle coming in hot. Let's see how it reacts. Last 2 hours of the market, the New York session. I'm watching to see how this thing opens. If we open below 300, I don't know. If NQ can't hold 300, this might be the beginning of the pullback. They would need a strong move right here. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to all the new subs. I appreciate you guys. The Infinity family is growing. Shout out to Mooner Mars. Mooner Mars is my guy, man. That's my bro right there. Panther. Yeah, it's decision time right here. If the bulls can't convincingly push up, because where are we at on daily charts? That too. Go look at daily moving averages. We might be like right. Yeah, we're right there. Okay. ES is sitting right at its 9 EMA on this daily. What are weekly charts looking like? I think weekly charts pulled back perfect too. Wow. Yeah, you can't make that up. Well, ES came back to some support. $300 key level. Shout out to Thomas G. TG23. Thomas G says 2016. Dang, bro. Long time, man. Long time. And the thing is, we got some people that in the chat, some of the guys that have hopped on here, they've been doing it for 30 years plus, man. That's inspiration right there. Thomas G says, I'm struggling with going into trades too early. Good spots if I waited a few more days. Yeah. Did you struggle with that too? If so, how did you get past that? You gotta be, in this game, patience is super key, right? Getting in early. So this is what I learned. This is one thing I learned from Trading in the Zone. Have you read Trading in the Zone, Thomas G? TG23? In the book, it says if you're jumping the gun, if you're getting in too early, in the back of your mind, you think you know what's going to happen next. And in the book, it says it every chapter. Anything can happen at any time. Yeah, go on. Let me see if I can find it. Well, just go on YouTube and type in Trading in the Zone audiobook and listen to it. So it says if you're getting in too early and subconsciously you think you know what's going to happen next, right? And this is a probability game, and what you're thinking might happen, but at the same time, the opposite can happen because anything can happen in these markets. If you get my drift, anything can happen at any time out of the blue. So if you're getting in too early, you're jumping the gun for the move that you think is going to happen, right? So in the book it says you shouldn't do that. You should wait for your confirmation. Once you get your confirmation, then you scale in and build your position. Or you could go full size at that position. Whatever. You need confirmation. Wait till you see like a confirmation that fits that confirmation based on your edge. The book also says like work on your edge. Work on your edge. If you have an edge over a large subset of trades, you will end up green. But you have to have an edge, and you have to back test the edge and make sure it's working over a quarter or two. Yep, Mark Douglas. Yep. He also has like lectures on YouTube as well. Old school lectures, but they still matter in these markets. They are still relevant. Shout out to Moon or Mars. Moon or Mars says ES double consecutive higher highs, NQ double consecutive lower highs for now. Yep. We'll see what happens. NQ just swept 300 again. I see SPY. SPY's at, go look at SPY's 4 hour. She's trying to push through that 4 hour 9 EMA. We'll see if she can do it. That's another thing I watch on QQQ and SPY. I'm watching their 4 hours. I watch their 5 minutes and their 4 hours. The stuff in the middle, I can kind of see it on ES and NQ. Your 15-minute and your 1 hour. Man, that collapse yesterday was insane. Bond auction chaos. Bond auction chaos, man. No one was buying. Spooky hours, man. Spooky hours. All right, let me move this guy. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the Menace who jumped in the chat. Yo, Thomas G, also go look up Randy Howell. I wish I had Randy Howell year one of trading. Randy Howell and Mark Douglas. I didn't read Trading in the Zone until like after a couple years into the game. The psychology is number one, man. Go look up Randy Howell. Go look up Mark Douglas. The Disciplined Trader is a good one. Trading in the Zone. Why is this over here? Okay, that's what it was. All right, we good now. Hold the line, Bulls. Can we do it? Can the Bulls do it? Okay. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. It's free of charge. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell so you know exactly when Infinity goes live. How do I edit this? Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. There's enough to go around for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. There's enough to go around for everybody. Remember that. They're printing money every day. Shout out to Thomas G. Anytime, man. I got you, man. Look. Look up Randy Howell, Mark Douglas. The psychology is important, guys. If you just started trading, work on your psychology. When I first started trading, the first couple years was all about profit. I was like, look, I want to see green any way any way possible. One thing I'm glad I didn't do, like initially, was play with like a big bag, because that could have been bad real quick. I've seen that like on different interviews, people who started with like 20K, 50K, 100K, and then just started trading and lost it all. Of course, that would like kill your spirit. I started with like $1,500, 1,500 to like 2,000. Man, I was like, all right, let's see if I can build this up. So I would keep my account size around that size, so I didn't take too many huge hits early. Thankfully, because I can see how that'll destroy your confidence, especially as a beginner. I would lose like every day. A bad day would be like 200. I'd be like, dang man, I lost $200. I need to do better. I remember when like $200 to $300 was like a huge day. I was like, yeah, man, come on. Next month I'm gonna be making 3K a day. Yeah, then the market humbles you. Good times, man. It's been a journey. But one thing I can say, there's light at the end of the tunnel. You just gotta keep on going, man. Do not stop. Because our brain was not created for trading. You have to you have to rewire some things. Our brain was created for survival. And survival plus these markets, a survival mentality in these markets will blow your account up. This is a process-driven marathon. Process-driven. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Wish there was nano contracts to scale in better. Yeah, Arnold wasn't Munar Mars. Weren't you? Munar Mars said he showed me the nano contracts on I think it was Bitcoin futures. I was like, nano, insane. Shout out to Thomas G. Yeah, I'm familiar with it. So you got the swing, you got the swings going. So you're doing are you Thomas G, are you buying shares? Are you buying options? How are you doing it with your own capital? Shout out to the Dominican trader in the building. Shout out to Moon Omar. Shout out to TG23 from Norway. Shout out to Alcy. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to Justice. Shout out to CP Trader, aka Corey, in the building. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Bulls are trying to hold, man. We'll see what they can do. If they're gonna push, this is the place to do it. They need like a big move above day highs, and they gotta hold it. We're back inside. Yes, we've been back inside yesterday's range. What's the 50% retracement? That's what I need to look up. We're actually approaching it. 50% is like right. That is that 50%? That might be 50%. I thought I drew it out. I don't think I drew it out. Let me see. Let me get the approximate. I meant to draw it out. Man, I've been so busy. But tonight I'm gonna definitely catch up. Might do an evening session. That'll be cool. The last evening session we had was crazy, man. People were coming out of the woodwork. People were coming out of the woodwork. Yeah, 50. That's basically the 50% mark. That's what we've been battling with. So right where we're at right now is roughly 3-4. It's the three right above 300. That's the 50% retracement of yesterday's. Hold up, no, it's not. Hold on. Because then we have like higher overnight, right? Or maybe not. Hold on. No, that is. So 50% retracement, we're right there. And that's where we've been reversing all day. The 50% retracement of any gap, please pay attention to it. FEG gap, order block, whatever you got, mark out that 50% mark. Yeah, that is. So 50% is roughly where we are right now. 21,320-ish. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Shout out to Moon Mars. Moon Mars says, yeah, Bitcoin has the nanos. Yo, Moon Mars, Dominican trader trades oil and gold. Moon Mars trades everything as well. Shout out to Corey in the building. Corey says I'm long at 289 on Mark Rose. Kamal Dorsey in the building. K the noob. What's going on? Yo. What's up, Kamal? Shout out to Thomas G. I use futures. Waiting now for a cycle low for stocks, Bitcoin, and around June 6th. Okay. Shout out to TG23. So you use futures. So you're using your own capital with the futures. Man. That's powerful. Munamar says we rejected for 50%. Yep. ES is trying to get to its 50%. Yep. Yeah, NQ we definitely rejected. This will be, if we reject again, this is number 3 on the day. But the one thing that I do see that's good for the bulls is that 1 hour EMAs are flipping, are looking to flip. So if the 1 hour chart can push, then the 4 hour chart can catch up or try to catch up. But yeah, 5 minutes look good. 15-minute charts look good. 1 hour is starting to flip to the upside. Power hour, that power hour candle has to be solid. Shout out to the Dominican trader. What's up, Kamal Dorsey? K the noob in the building. Dominican trader says waiting for a good rip so I can close these three. Yeah, man. I think the way they're looking, it looks like they want to hold. Shout out to the Dominican trader. TG23. So I'm a scalper. So I'm intraday. I'm in the weeds. I play in the weeds, in the dirt. I look for pockets of 10 to 20 to 30 points. I have a 10 to 15 point stop loss. And last year I was going with size, but this year I'm going in with smaller positions, aiming for those 20 to 30 points and cutting it. Making sure my RR is on point, 1 to 1.5, 1 to 1.5, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. And yeah, rinse and repeat. Keep on swinging. From key levels though. So I use the indicators I have in my chart. VWAP, 9 EMA, 9 EMA, 20 EMA. Like intraday. Then I use levels. I use my fibs. I use fair value gaps. Day highs, day lows. Week highs, week lows. Month highs, month lows. Year high, year lows. I like playing those levels. So yeah, I'm in the weeds. I am in the weeds. I do swing, but that's I swing options and of course shares, like long-term portfolio. But those are like running in the background. Options, when I enter a position, is off of some good support on the daily or the weekly or the monthly. Usually the monthly or weekly. Or the daily 200 SMA. And I shoot for a year out, at least. And then I just let it ride. For good companies, solid companies. Not just any companies. Companies like your Mag 7. The top holdings in the S&P, those guys. Reject. Are we getting a reject? That 5-minute candle is looking a little let me see. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I have to update the description link. I made a note. Shout out to all the new subs. I appreciate you guys. Let's keep on going. Let's see what happens during Power Hour and MOC. NVIDIA earnings next week, ladies and gentlemen. Non-farmers in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow. Markets are closed on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Everything should be closed Monday. NVIDIA earnings next week. What else? Non-farm. Then you got CPI. A week after that. 2 weeks. Yeah. So yeah. More volatility incoming, man. I always say it. News can come out of nowhere. We don't predict over here. We react. Shout out to Elite Traders. Haven't heard from Elite Traders in a minute. He's probably gone too. Everybody. Elite Traders. Yeah, he's out of there. Yeah, Elite Traders is out of there, man. Elite Traders, Pro Trader Mike. It's all good. Let's go. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. What is it? 2 hours? Yeah. I still got my inverse on Topstep. The inverse is sitting pretty. Yep. We got MAB, some FEGs. Uh-oh. This is going to be interesting. This is the inverse. I've been using Topstep for my inverse chart. So if I'm a bear, I'm looking at triple bottom action if I can help it. But we'll see if the bulls can push through, man. That 50% retracement is key level. I need my charger. Where's my charger? Yeah, man. Bulls tried. What's ES doing? ES is pushing, man. It's trying to push. Can NQ follow? Yeah, ES is doing well. Keeps cracking. Yeah, that's what Moon or Mars was talking about. Higher highs. Divergence. All right, man, we're gonna see. Let's see what happens. This is the inverse chart, ladies and gentlemen. Where's my charger at? I need my charger. If the quality is blurry, go to your quality and set it to the highest resolution. It's 1080p. I don't know why this thing automatically. Sometimes your phone will drop to a different resolution to save battery. Here come the bears. Here come the bear. Shout out to TG23. No, it's not my full time. Kind of do it on the side. I do a bunch of things. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. That's what you could call it. So I do this on the side. Shout out to TG23, all the way out in Norway, man. But yeah, started this thing 2016. Started with equities, shares. Did that for a couple years, switched to options around pandemic. Did that for a couple years, then discovered futures Q4 2023. Took my first futures trade Q1 2024. Check this out. Here come the bears. Here come the bears. So this is key right here. If they, we'll see if we get continuation, because this is looking like the last swing high. Red candle action, and then flush all the way back to VWAP. We'll see if we get the same reaction. ES actually looks better though. Definitely looks better than NQ right now. Pushing higher and higher. Let's see what they can do. Oh, I still got on the other chart, sorry. I'm looking at the inverse. So you see how the inverse looks? If I'm a bear, I'm banking on these lows holding on NQ. But we'll see. Bulls could come out of nowhere. We could get some news out of nowhere, and it'll blast us to the upside. See if they can hold on. Power hour coming in hot, ladies and gentlemen. Power hour is coming in hot. These are your highs. We have like a dot kind of key level. Yeah, I'm definitely going back to my trade and stop strategy for this next wave. Trade and stop. Strike, move on to the next account. We're going back to individuals. Copy trading is the gift and the curse. Copy trading is the gift and the curse. If you're gonna copy trade, definitely play with smaller size for sure. Got my lime water. Come on, Bulls. If ES can print higher highs or a fresh day high, NQ might have a chance to blast through this 300 level. But ES has to make a move soon. We got 30 minutes left until a 30 minutes left until a fresh, what is it? Fresh fresh 1 hour. Shout out to Corey. I've had a lot. Corey, a lot. A year's worth. A year plus and some change. Eval's got to be in the hundreds right now. For sure. Definitely 100. What? I've plenty of eval. Just to start the beginning of my futures journey, I was flying through evals. I was flying through evals, man. I was trying to force the payout, but then I realized, okay, we need strategy. But it's part of the game, man. That's market tuition. Market tuition. Now, when I look at paying for an eval, I'm like, okay, I know this eval can get to payout. So now, when I pay for it, I'm like, all right, it's cool, because I know the potential of it. Get it to pay out and let it pay for itself. That is always the goal. Let the prop firms pay for themselves. Bulls are pushing back up to that trend line on NQ. ES looks like she wants to keep going. We'll see. Power hours coming in hot, so we'll see how things react on that fresh 1 hour candle opening. Could this be a trap? We are about to find out. This is also a daily FEG on ES. The midpoint is 58.83. 5883. This is the middle of a daily FEG on ES. This is a daily, right? Let me make sure. I believe that's daily. I need to go back and look, but I believe it's a daily FEG, because I wouldn't mark it out over here unless it was a daily. Yeah, 58.83 daily FEG midpoint. Shout out to Corey. I mainly do 50Ks, but when they have a 90% sale, I'm grabbing 150Ks and 250Ks. The biggest account I've had on Apex was a 250Ks. I had like 10 of them. Definitely got some good payouts from those accounts, for sure. This was before we had to keep the cushion in. Yeah, you get the 265 100, I believe. No, 266. Is it 266? 250. I forgot what the what's the profit for payout on Apex. I gotta go look it up. I haven't had a 250K in a while. 150Ks are like those are the ones that are that's like a good bump above the 50K accounts. But if you can get your hand on some 250Ks and pass, those things are elite. I had one 250K account like 50, man, a funded account like 10K in profit. But then I eventually blew it after a couple of payouts. But I definitely pulled like 3 payouts from that thing. I was like, I'm gonna keep this account forever. And then ended up going on tilt one day and blew the account. But I definitely took some payouts out beforehand. Here we go. Slippery slope. ES is pulling back, big 5-minute candle. We'll see if the 15-minute candles can hold the line, or the 15-minute charts off of EMA support. Shout out to Corey. Yeah, mainly 50Ks, but when they do 90% sales, I'm loading up on 150Ks and hopefully some 250Ks. There were some 90% sales where everything was it 90%? I remember they did some sales and everything was like the same price. That's when you load up. Get as many evals as you can. Shout out to Hoodie Mac. What's going on? What's the word? Welcome to another episode. Shout out to Free Humanity. What's going on? Free Humanity says, man, I just blew up a direct funded account after building it up for a week. Dang. Yeah. It burns, man. It's part of the game. It's part of the game, man. That's market tuition. Direct funded account. Which prop is that? Is that like Tradeify, straight to funded? Here come the bears. They're going to grind us down. We'll see how far they grind us down. This is your inverse. This is what your inverse looks like. Remember we were saying, look, if I'm a bear, I'm looking for that triple bottom to hold on. If I was going to the upside, that looks like decent support. Shout out to Free Humanity. Top 1 futures. Yeah, the straight to fundeds, I know are definitely, they're up there. They're going to run you a couple hundred. Shout out to Thomas G. So you're doing FTMO, okay. Okay, so internationally, I don't know if... Definitely try. See if you can get Take Profit Trader, Tradeify, Topstep, My Funded Futures. I don't know if you can... I don't know who's more international, but I think Tradeify, you could... I know some people in the Discord from other countries, and they're trading it. Topstep as well. My top 6 funded or prop firms are Apex, Topstep, Take Profit Trader, Buell Knox, Tradeify, My Funded Futures. Just based on the people I talk to in the Discord chats and the people who are actually getting payouts. Those are the ones where I've seen no issues. The only thing I can think of is like the international, who will allow you to trade internationally, which countries, etc., etc. Shout out to Free Humanity. Yeah, they're expensive, man. Look, you'll bounce back. It's part of the game, man. That market tuition. Part of the game, man. The losses are part of the game. Here come the Bears. They're pushing down a little bit. Let's see if the Bulls can stop the drop. We'll see. Shout out to the Dominican trader. The Dominican trader says, in my opinion, I don't waste my time on new props. I stick with Apex, Topstep, my funded futures, maybe take it. Same here. I stick with the same ones, and I let Apex fund the rest. Apex and Topstep have paid me the most, so that's why they're my top two. But I like the idea of take profit trader for sure. Daily payouts, that's elite. And Buellnox, I just started with Buellnox. I've just the people I was learning from when I was learning the futures game, there were no issues with Buellnox, so I have them there too. But I have some funded accounts. I just haven't activated them. I got 3 masters over there, but I haven't activated them because the Ninja Trader platform, I don't know, it's clunky to me. I like Topstep X and Tradeovate. Now, if I could trade Buellnox with Tradeovate, then they would be activated right now. But I'm just leaving those on the back burner. Those are like my emergency funded accounts. 3 Buellnox masters sitting there. Once we get these payouts really rocking and rolling, then I'll start to activate them one by one. But Ninja Trader, maybe I have to go in there and do some customize the charts or something. Even when I'm trading in Ninja Trader, when I'm trading like Buellnox on Ninja Trader, I'm using the Tradeovate chart. I'm using their chart. The DOM on there is just so weird. What I might have to do is maybe figure out how to maybe pull up their charts and instead of using that's what I need to do. Instead of using the DOM, I can probably trade off of the chart, and maybe it'll give me some a different look. But I gotta go play with it. I haven't played with the Ninja Trader in like a month or two. Shout out to the Dominican trader in the building. The Dominican trader says, "Cause anytime these new props can rug pull, and there goes your." Yeah, for sure. Stick with props that have been here for years. You don't want to end up in the fast track trading. The fast track trading, yeah, you don't want a situation like that. I know some people who they ran it up, and they haven't been able to get any of their money back. Stick with the props that have been here for a long time, and you can go online and see multiple people who have received payouts from that particular prop firm. when I did my research, Apex was 20 accounts, man. You can't beat that. Still nobody has that option. But yeah, you don't want to do something that's fresh, brand new, and they try to pull you in with these 95% sales, and you got to be careful and read the rules too. Some of these rules are ridiculous. Some of the rules out here with some of these props are ridiculous. Like the brand new props. Apex, I'm used to their rules. Topstep, simple rules. Buellnox has changed their rules recently. Was it recently? Sometime this year. I think they did tweak something, but I haven't had time to go. Well, I haven't gone back to look at the new additions. Free Humanity says, I have never lost throughout the week, and today I was in break even and later in profit, then changed my direction multiple times and broke my rules, and boom, just like that. Yeah, man. Whenever I break my rules, I feel it. Something the markets remind me not to break my rules. When I do break my rules, break my rule. I'm like, let me take one more trade when I should be done for the day. And then boom, I go from green to red or green to break even. And I'm like, dang it, I should have left it alone. Should have left it alone. Yeah, Free Humanity, it can happen quick. It can definitely happen quick. I've grinded down some of these bigger funded accounts, the 150Ks, the 250Ks. If you play too huge, you can get rid of your drawdown quick, fast, and in a hurry. 5K isn't nothing once you're playing with like 3-4 minis or 5 minis. 5K can disappear very fast. Shout out to TG23. Can you hold overnight on these props? No, that's the only thing. You can't hold overnight. If we could hold overnight, man, we'd be running it up. Payout on the first day. Yeah, that's one of their rules. They don't want you to hold overnight, or else they're gonna get burned. They'll get cooked. If we play NQ from a daily perspective, ooh wee, 2-3 micros and let it rock. That's dangerous for the prop firms. You got to understand these prop firms are a business and they maneuver as such. So to protect themselves, they got all these rules in place. Consistency rules, P&L drawdown consistency rule. Shout out to K the noob in the building. Shout out to Thomas G. Shout out to the official stock sage. What's the word? We in the building. You already know. Shout out to the stock sage in the building. The official stock sage has entered the building. Shout out to K the noob. Shout out to K the Noob. K the Noob says, yeah, lost 1,000 today in eval, 25K. About to blow it. Should have stayed with rules and not traded. Yeah, man. Stick to your rules. Whatever edge you have, whatever strategy you have, do your best to stick to the rules, man. Stick to your rules. It's tough sometimes. Sometimes you're in the moment. You feel like you have diamond hands. I'm like, man, I've been winning all day, man. Let's go. Let's double up the size. And then all of a sudden, Trump hops on the mic out of the blue, and your whole thesis falls apart right before your hand, right before your eyes. Shout out to all the new subs. I appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to all the new people in the chat. If it's your first time, welcome to the Infinity Show. If you are returning, welcome back. Let's get to it, man. Happy Thursday. We're almost through the week. Time is flying. It's about to be June. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Time is like skipping. Skipping along. Bulls pushed back up. What they gonna do? Can they hold the line? 15-minute charts held the line. 15-minute charts definitely held the line. We got a fresh 1-hour candle coming in hot. So if they can open this candle with some force, the Bulls might have a good power hour to close the day. Shout out to Dre in the building. What's going on, Dre? Yo, bro, if I blow an account, do I get a free reset on my billing date? Are you talking about Apex? If you blow it, they'll just reset it the same, whatever you paid for the initial one. Whatever you paid initially, they'll charge you again in a month. Yeah. So let's say you paid the $33.40 for 50K and you blow it. 1 month from now, they'll charge your account $33.40, and then you will they'll refresh the account back to 50K. Shout out to Thomas G. Thomas G says I will stick to FTMO then. yeah, the overnight, you can't beat that. Been holding my Tesla long for 15 days, or I just need to learn scalping. I mean, you can try both. I mean, you don't have to get rid of FTMO. Just buy a Topstep account, buy a Apex account, eval, and see how you like it. Shout out to Dre. Yeah, no problem. Shout out to Dre in the building. Yeah, they'll reset it. Sometimes I even forget. Like, let's say I blew an eval. I'll forget that it's gonna reset. If you don't want it to reset, you have to cancel the eval. You got to go in there and physically cancel it. Yeah, shout out to Thomas G. Tesla has been cooking. Shout out to Free Humanity. Free Humanity said, I couldn't even believe how well I did this week. Hey man, look, that means something's working. And felt that I started to lose focus today, but all I needed to do was to follow the rules. That's it, man. That's the hardest part of this game, following the rules. Your own rules. You gotta stick to it, man. You gotta trust the process. Sometimes that can get away from us. We're like, yo, you see the green, you see the you see everything working, and you're like, man, I want to push it another notch, and then that extra notch messes you up. You have to have damage control rules as well. When you start slipping, you're down 500, down 1,000. You gotta have a stopping point. That has saved me a lot. Like for 50Ks, if I stop the bleeding at like 300, 400, 500, and I know I can make that back the next day, or make a good chunk of it back the next day. But if I let it slip to 1,000, slip to 1,500, then it's like you're fighting an uphill battle psychologically. You're like in the back of your mind, you're in survival mode. You're fighting the tiger, right? Shout out to Randy Howell. You're fighting the tiger in your mind, and your thinking brain gets hijacked by your survival brain. Your survival brain is fight or flight. So when it sees red and it sees that P&L, it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this thing back green. And if you're not aware of it, it will hijack your thinking brain. How many of us have gone into tilt and then afterwards you have clarity? You're like, what the heck did I just do? That's the brain, man. And we can't do anything about it. Like, you have to just know how to master the emotions once they come up. That's how the brain is designed. Unfortunately, we can't go robot mode. You can learn to go robot mode, but the emotions are still there. You still gotta dampen the emotions and make sure you're not in fight or flight mode. Go listen to Randy Howell. Go listen to Randy Howell. Randy Howell is like, when you go into fight or flight mode, the blood in your body goes to your major organs so that you can run away from the tiger. And it doesn't, everything goes to, oh, yo, we have to survive. So just that doesn't translate to the markets. So when you are in that mode, you gotta pay attention to how you're breathing. You have to pay attention to what you're thinking. Go listen to Randy Howell. Power Hour is now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go configure. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I might do like an Asian session stream. We'll see. We'll get off at like 4 and then maybe how far are we in? 2 hours? 3, 4, 5. We'll see. $5 nothing's really moving. So maybe into the 5 o'clock hour, we'll see. Shout out to TG in the building, Trader Goated. What's going on? Shout out to Cave Trader. Let's go. Trader Goated says 100%, by the way. Rebranded, nice. Cave Trader, shout out to Cave Trader in the building, man. Trader Goated is in the building. We got CP, that's Corey. We got Kamal Dorsey, K the Noob. K the Noob says, yeah, should have stopped trading after losing 450. Yep. For my 50Ks around that level, I have to stop. But I've shot myself in the foot multiple times this year going past that 450. That's around the same amount that I have like a hard stop at. 400-ish. Between 300 and 450, 500, something like that. Shout out to the Dominican trader. I'm closing here with 1,500 profit, not risking a reversal. Yes. Shout out to the Dominican trader. He added at 250 and got the push. Can't beat it, man. What was your position size, Dominican trader? You're trading were you trading Apex? I think you said it earlier. Shout out to Free Humanity. Free Humanity says instead of waiting, I took my entries before my confirmation. Yep. When you jump the gun, the market will make you pay. Free Humanity says instead of waiting, I took my entries before my confirmations. All my entries were right by seconds, but seconds after I took my entry and got into the drawdown and not waiting, kicked my being patient. Big part of the game, man. Look, I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that, man. Jumping the gun, loading up before I look, because the entry means everything. So if you're too early on the entry, you'll get stopped out. That has happened to me hundreds of times. I can confidently say throughout my career that has happened hundreds of times. And then afterward, I'm like, dang. Then you get stopped out, and then it goes in the direction you were aiming for. That's the worst. Nice push for the Bulls right here, pushing back into the 300s. Fresh day highs. I think fresh day highs across the board. ES, SPY, QQQ, NQ. Let's go. Bulls just gotta go. We just need continuation here. Then we got MOC coming in. MOC's coming in hot. A lot can happen during MOC. A lot can happen during MOC, man. A lot. We'll see. MOC could get nasty. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Shout out to Trader Goated in the building. Shout out to the official Stock Sage. What's the word? The official Stock Sage says, how do I know institutions are getting ready to make a move at a certain level just based off of price action on the chart? Institutions watch the big dog, the higher time frames. So go to your monthly, go to your weeklies, look from those, and then go to your dailies. Intraday, you have to base it on higher time frames. So if you see a pivot point on a monthly, weekly, daily, it will translate into intraday charts. Your 4 hours, your 1 hours, your 15 minutes, and your 5 minutes. If you want to see where the institutions are buying, go look at the daily chart, because they're not looking at the smaller time frames like that. They're looking for the big swing. And then you'll notice it too, man, because when it's time to buy, you can feel it. NQ will take off and not look back. That will let you know that somebody's buying. When everything's going straight up, that's when the big dogs are buying. And usually that correlates with a pivot point on a monthly, weekly, daily chart. The institutions are definitely waiting on the higher time frames. They let the algos do the intraday work. But their big positions, definitely on the higher time frame. Shout out to the official Stock Sage in the building. We have 40 minutes until MOC. MOC might get interesting. MOC might get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me go get my charger. Hold on one second, guys. Let's go. We got Nvidia earnings next week. Yeah, it's not for everybody. Shout out to Eric Solis, man. Where Eric Solis been at, man? Shout out to D Walk in the building on the Discord. Shout out to NQ Cam. Shout out to Mr. Sam. Shout out to Bozy. Shout out to Seeking Trades. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell so you know exactly when I go live, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to all the new subs, the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys, man. If you want to hit the Cash App is Infinity Trades. We got the Cash App loaded up. One of my guys was like, you need to put that on there. Need streams. Let's see if the Bulls can hold. Hold on 1 second, guys. I need my charger. Hold on. What did I do with my external charger, man? I don't know where I put it, but it's all good. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. MOC is coming in hot. Daily charts look good to the upside. Daily charts do look good. Let's keep on going, man. Where did I put that thing? Had it in my bag, unless somebody took it. Yeah, that's the only thing, man. Your trading mental capital, very important. If you overtrade, you're going to exhaust your mental capital, your trading mental capital. It's like a battery, man. You overtrade, that battery runs low, you're exhausted at the end. You're like, dang it, man, why did I do all that? Didn't have to do all that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's keep on going, man. These bulls are trying to recover. Yesterday was insane, bro. Man, that was insane. That drop was crazy. That drop was crazy. We got us a battle at NQ's 50% retracement. Ooh, ES is gonna have some issues at 900 too. 5,900, we're almost there. Let's see if she can reclaim. But that's gonna be somebody's waiting up there. There's gonna be some turbulence at that level. We're at 88 right now. What was our high? $5,900. Somebody's up there. What's the high? 93. 58, 93. All right, so let's see how ES reacts here. Do we get a rejection off of 5,900 or do we keep pushing? Because if ES starts spinning, NQ will follow. And we got MOC coming in hot. Oh boy. This might get interesting into the close. Because the bulls haven't had anything like clean to the upside above day highs. We always get up here and then there's like, we chop. Well, that's what we've done today. Somebody might be up here. We'll see. We don't predict, we react. If you look at daily charts, we're bouncing off of daily FEGs. Daily FEG from last week. Clean buyout too. High time frame, 21,100 was like the midpoint roughly on NQ. The stream did well today. Changed the bit rate again, so we'll see if it sustains itself. As soon as we get another error, I'm gonna be like, golly, here we go again. Shout out to the Dominican trader. If it breaks the 300s, I'm out. Oh, I thought you were out already. Or maybe you just covered a good chunk. Yeah, if they lose 300, I don't know. We got MOC in like 30 minutes. MOC is coming in hot. Market on close. We've seen MOC do some amazing things, man. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely cover some profit for sure. Shout out to the Dominican trader. After you hit buy, you have to actively manage the position. And that's what Dominican trader is doing. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Move that stop up as soon as you can, man. Don't let the market show you a bag and then not take any of it. Move that stop up. I move my stop up as soon as I can. While still trying to give NQ some space, but sometimes it's tricky. Sometimes I get stopped out for break even, but at least I protect the downside. Yeah, don't take a L if you don't have to. Take that $50, take that $100. It adds up. Base hits, bunts. The base hits add up, man. Consistency over home runs. Woo! She's trying to slash back down. Ooh, 5,900 ES bears might be up here. Somebody's going to defend that level. I don't know if it's going to be temporarily or into the close. We'll see. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Done for the day. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Nice play, man. It might. It could. That is a possibility. But I think MOC, whatever happens during MOC will decide the day. MOC can get crazy. MOC can rip 100 points down, no problem. No problem at all. Or we could rip 100 points up. It depends on the balance. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell so you know exactly when I go live. I appreciate the support, guys. Happy Monday, or no, happy Thursday. We close the week tomorrow. Time is flying. Yeah, another choppy day. Slow grind to the upside. Choppity, 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 chop. Shout out to the Dominican trader. The Dominican trader said, I think it's going to rip up, but I ain't giving back my profits. That's a fact. Take your profits and run. But there's a bearish divergence. Yeah, we're about to see. It's going to be interesting. We're back to the 50% retracement of yesterday's range on NQ. ES isn't quite there yet. So just from the 50% perspective, the bears got it. Now if we reclaim and hold, then the bulls got it. Just from that retracement perspective, who has the upper hand? Right now it's like 50-50. Depends who can hold, who gives up the territory first. We'll see. Can the bulls hold? 5,900 is going to give ES some turbulence one way or another. So we'll see. Unless MOC shoots us right through. Best thing to do right now is wait and see. Power hour can be tricky. Look at that. The wind. SPY grinding to the upside. That trend line is still down here, right? Yeah. Tap, 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 tap. Can they hold the line? Nice push. Ooh, ES fresh day highs. SPY fresh day highs. They're pushing. Can they hold? I like the candle though. I like the candle. I like it. Nice push. 5,900. It's coming in hot. Let's see how ES reacts. Somebody's up here though. There are some algos up here. All round numbers, man. All round numbers. Algos are sitting there in both directions. All right, let's see how this works. 3, 2, 2, 2. Let's see if the bulls can, ES bulls can reclaim 5,900. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Now I'm getting the feeling of FOMO after I close, man. Look, another one's coming, man. Another one's coming. You're good. You're green on the day, man. Turn the charts off. That FOMO is a that FOMO is a trickster, man. It'll make you get back into a position. As soon as you get back into the position, you start eating into the profit you had. Whoa, what's that? Thunderstorm? All right, we'll see. Shout out to the Dominican trader. The Dominican trader says, I remember back in the beginning that FOMO feeling was crazy, but not working anymore. Yeah, man, that FOMO, what? Especially back in the beginning, just starting out, man, you're chasing everything. You're chasing ghosts on the chart. That's what happens when you overtrade too, man. You start to see ghosts on the chart, man. You be like, hold up. Is that an FEG? Is that an order block? Is that momentum? No, it's not momentum. I don't know what that is. Tilt is not a game. When you go on tilt, man, it's like, yeah, you're not thinking. You are not thinking. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Every green candle. I used to chase bad. We would have a fully extended green candle. I would be buying the top. Like, dang, how did I miss that? As soon as I get in, they pull the rug. Not a game, man. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Trailing drawdown helps a lot to get that habit under control. That's a fact. That trailing drawdown will eliminate that quick. Even in the beginning with the trailing drawdown, I was still abusing it. But then I had to reel it in. Like, come on, man. All right, look. In order to get to payouts, we have to follow the rules. Payouts require progression. They require progress. In order to get a payout, you have to make progress. And that requires you taking bits and pieces some days and then waiting for the trend days where you get the big days. You got to think ahead. Don't think too much about this one trade that you're in. You got thousands of more trades to go. So if you take a small L on this one, there's more coming, man. Stay the course. You'll be all right. Trust the process. Yeah, man, I was buying the highs. Man. Supply, demand. I was like, this isn't supply. I don't think this is supply. Look at how big the candle is, man. We can push through. And then rug gone. Rug pulled. We can push through this. We can push through this demand zone. Nope. Ooh. Here come some bears. See, Dominican trader? Right when you were about to get in. The bears are defending 5,900 on ES. And now we're back below 300 on NQ. MOC could come in hot. If they get, we got 15 minutes. Because if ES starts twirling around to the downside, she's going to pull everybody else down. Now, the only thing that I see like saving this price action right now is the 4-hour 9 EMA. And ES's daily FEG. Uh-oh. You see how it starts? When it starts like dumping, you got to get out of the way. We haven't had a candle like this since 10 a.m. This looks like a large 5-minute candle forming. And you have to watch it to see if it engulfs the previous green candle. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch how it closes as well. If it engulfs it, no problem. Look out below. We'll see if the bulls can hold though. We'll see. We don't predict, we react. You can make predictions, but you don't have to hit the button. React to the confirmation. Ooh. Kind of want to take it from up here, but I'm not going to do it. I'm done for the day. I kind of want to take it. Shout out to Free Humanity. Just got a quick 350 on the little drop. Nice. On the other account, it could have been 750, but I'm not playing with the market. And man, all I needed to do was wait. Yep. Wait for your entry, man. Wait. Trust the process. Do not rush the process. Nice. So you got a what you said, 28? Yeah. This is right around 50% retracement from last year too. Yesterday. So yeah, that was a good entry back to the downside. Clean. I'm watching the 5 to see if we get continuation. If this next 5 finishes below the previous red candle, bears might get busy. Especially if we can't hold on to 300 and ES keeps pushing down. Yeah, bears are, ooh, here they go. At least on on NQ. Does ES get continuation? We'll see. We're back to 15-minute chart of support. So we'll see if the 15 can save us again. But if they can't reclaim 300, we got space. Oh, look at that. So the middle of this 1 hour FEG, right? It lines up perfectly with like the middle. Wow. It lines up perfectly with this FEG on the ES, daily FEG. So this is a key level right here. Big red candle on the 15. Ooh, we got thunder. Yeah, here they come. Dang. Yeah, I thought about taking it, but I'm like, nah. Let me wait. Yeah, these are convincing candles on the 5. This is starting to look like the last 2 swing highs. Uh-oh. Dang, maybe I should have taken it. Nope. Gotta be disciplined. Stay disciplined. Stay disciplined. Stay disciplined. Yeah, this trend line is right here. We'll see. Shout out to Free Humanity. Yep. Patience, man. The more patience you have, the more 4-hour candles are starting to break down below EMAs on the 4-hour chart. That's not good. Hopefully the bulls can hold. Uh-oh. And MOC is in 10 minutes. This is going to be fun. It might be an exciting finish. We'll see. The way it's looking, it looks like it wants to end in a fun way. Wow, look at that. That's the inverse right there. I might take this guy, dog. It's playing off of that 300 level. Might test it. Oh, did I not do it right? Aw. Let's see. Are the Bears gonna come in hot? We'll see. They're dropping. Yeah, you can see it from the inverse. That does not look good. Uh-oh. Here they come. If 15-minute 9 EMAs start cracking, we got more room down. Uh-oh. This storm better not knock my internet out. Fios, man. Verizon Fios. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Yeah, divergence is working. It broke the trend line, yep, on the 1 minute, yep. Nice retrace on the 5-minute trend line, yep. So we'll see what happens right here. If they crack this, yeah, we got space to the VWAP. And MOC is in 10 minutes. This could get nasty to the downside. But it depends. We'll see. MOC could go in either direction. All right, key level right here. We'll see. We're losing EMAs on the 5-minute charts. 15-minute charts, we're leaning on them. Lean, 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 lean. We got space down if that 15 can't hold. And it looks like the Bears are piling in, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how far we drop. If I was going to take it right here, I would aim for the VWAP. That's like 50 points down. But ideally, you would have wanted to get it like where Free Humanity got it, at that 328 level, and just let it rock. If you're going to execute here, you got to be quick. Yeah, you got to be quick or just let it go. Wait for another pivot point. The 300, right above 300, that was a clean entry. Get in around in the low 300s and set your stop above. Just let it drop. Yo, Dominican trader, which do you use the 1 minute exclusively when you're about to execute? What do you use? I use a 5-minute, 15-minute for entry. The 1 hour and the 4 hour for intraday. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Shout out to Free Humanity. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Corey. Shout out to the official Stock Sage. Shout out to K the Noob. Shout out to Kamal Dorsey. Shout out to Cave Trader. Let's go. Trader Goated. Shout out to Dre. Shout out to TG23. Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Mooner Mars. Shout out to everybody that chimed in the chat. Shout out to Alcy. I see you, Alcy. Shout out to Justice. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Oh yeah, speaking of that, TG, I gotta bump you up, right? In the it's drop zone right now. Dang it. Free Humanity. I should have taken the trade with you. I did scalp it, but I should have held it. Yeah, if you look at the inverse, you can see. Look at that. If that's not triple bottom, I don't know what it is. Yeah, Bears were waiting, man. Bears were definitely waiting. They let ES get all the way up there too. We were just talking about it. The round numbers on everything, ES and NQ. When we get to a round number, watch out. Some orders are sitting there. Oh yeah. Do I have to Ooh, they're going for VWAP right now. Wow. 5 minutes until MOC, guys. This could be a photo finish. Photo finish coming in hot. Let me see. Ooh, they made it all the way to VWAP. That's insane. Yo, Free Humanity, are you still in? Waiting to only take my bullish entries. Oh, let me see. Shout out to Free Humanity. I am a bull trader and I wait till I see my confirmations. Facts. Now, after missing a lot of bearish entries, I mark my potential selling levels and react to the market and take entries with the selling. Waiting to only take my bullish entries evolves into boredom, and I start to rush my entry. Yeah, trust me, I know that feeling. Sitting on your hands is the worst because you see the opportunities on the chart, right? But waiting for your entries, you gotta wait. And Free Humanity says, and that has cost me a lot, but now I let the market decide and I'm flexible with it. Yep. Being able to pivot in this market is super vital. We're getting a VWAP bounce on NQ right now. Look at that. That's your inverse to the upside. Wow. Whenever I'm trading, I definitely have the inverse floating around somewhere. Dominican trader said, I get my trade signals between 9 and 12. After 12, if it does not trigger my limit orders, I cancel and call it a day. Nice. Shout out to the Dominican trader. He's got the time frames on point. Yeah, I execute first hour or two of the market. I should be done for the most part. That opening volatility is all I need. The Dominican trader says, I look for the momentum of the opening. Yep. If it doesn't come to me to get me, the odds are not in my favors. Dominican trader says, so glad I closed. Yeah, we were talking about it. We were talking about who might be up around 5,900, and they're showing their hand right now. And then NQ collapsed below their 50% mark from yesterday. ES didn't even make it there. They tried to get up there. 5,900 might be the midpoint. I didn't draw that one out. I should have. Big bounce off of VWAP though on NQ. But ooh, is MOC now? It's almost here. We got a minute and 20 seconds. Let's see what happens. This might be fun. To the downside, we'll see. This might get fun to the downside, ladies and gentlemen. And make sure I'm clearing all. Make sure I clear everything. We are not playing this game. MOC coming in hot. Less than 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. Less than 1 minute. That's a big wick off that VWAP. This is why I play VWAP. You aim for like a good 20 points, in and out. Boom. Whoa, what's happening outside, man? Shout out to the Dominican trader in the building. We got 20 seconds. MOC coming in hot. Let's see what reaction we get. Ooh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. It never gets old, man. It never gets old. Big open. Sheesh. Let's see. Ooh, wow. Look at the previous 5-minute candle and look at this candle. They're like opposite each other. Big battle right here. MOC is not a game. Ooh. MOC, ladies and gentlemen. MOC, market on close. Dominican trader says, I'm really good at trading the 5-second and the 10-second chart, but it was leaving me, but it was way too much too much cardio trades. Yeah, man. What? I know some people that trade it though, and they're profitable. So it's just all what you can like, whatever fits your strategy. But whenever I look at that 10-second chart, 5-second chart, I get a headache. I'm like, oh man. I'm clicking that button back and forth, in and out. Because there's so many micro patterns. Dominican trader says I was losing my hair, bro. You want to talk about exhausting mental capital? That's how you do it. Especially if you're a scalper. What? I'll be done in the first 5 minutes. First 5 minutes. All right, man. I can't do this anymore. Ooh, MOC's coming in hot. If we lose VWAP, we got room down. 1 hour charts are all of a sudden looking to flip. Ooh, boy. Bears came in hot. Yo, free humanity. If you would have just... Free humanity had a superb entry to the downside. Dominican trader said I was losing my hair. Trading in general will make you lose your hair. But trading the 5-second, woo, speeds up the process. Shout out to Free Humanity. I only trade the 5-second. Okay, cool. Some people know how to do it. But use a lot of confirmations from higher time frame level. Okay, yeah. Same with me. I use a cascade of, I use the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15-minute, and the 5 before I get in. So I'm looking at all of them. And watching how they play off of each other, that's how I create my entry. Shout out to Free Humanity in the building. Dominican trader says, was not worthy, man. Something I was done in 3 minutes. I was yeah, that's wild, man. I've looked at the 1 second chart. I'm like, wow, what is this? Yo, bears are getting busy. Bears are getting busy. ES is flying to its VWAP. NQ wants to crack its VWAP. Insane. MOC, ladies and gentlemen, market on close. Wow. This free fall looks like the previous 2 swing highs. Same thing. Same level. Same level we're collapsing from. I gotta do my charting. I think I'm gonna do it tonight. I might hop on here again at like 6. Or maybe like 5:45, maybe 2 hours from now. Yeah, 5:55. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Ooh, Bears getting busy, man. They're getting busy. Ooh, ES is getting busy. Are they gonna meet at VWAP at the same time? We'll see. Ooh, NQ is getting busy. She's getting out of here. ES is throwing the price action below VWAP. Are they gonna go for low? They're not gonna go for lows. MOC, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think they go for lows. But that would be insane if they do. If we crack through 200, ooh-wee. Look at ES go. ES has space to yesterday's close. Wow. This is unbelievable. MOC can change the whole day. No matter whatever you had, NQ is cracking previous swing low. This is insane. We were just talking about this. We could fly 100 points down, no problem. Oh my gosh, MOC. MOC. Oh, hold on, wait. Wait. 1 hour charts have flipped. 4 hour charts have flipped. Hard. Wow. You want to talk about a bull trap. Insanity. Shout out to the Dominican trader. That's why trend lines are so powerful. Absolutely. When you get a break and you get a finish outside of that trend line, there's a good probability you'll get some continuation. Wow, insane. Yeah, Dominican trader. I didn't like at some point I wasn't using them as much, but this year I've buckled down. I've made sure that I'm looking for the trend, drawing the trend line. Because that's what the algos are trading, man. They're trading the gaps in the trend lines. Wow. Yo, we are free falling. ES is below yesterday's close all of a sudden. NQ is looking to get to yesterday's close. Wow. Let me go look at daily charts real quick. Wow. Yeah, daily bulls could step in somewhere around here. Between here and 21,100. Wow. This is insane. They came in hot. Ooh, wow. ES actually fell below. Wow. ES is at 200 SMA, so somebody's down here. We still got a little bit of space down. 200 SMA on ES's daily is 5,800. NQ is pretty far above its 200 SMA, 20,409. Wow. But they slipped back below 9 EMA though on ES. Wow, couldn't hold. Now does NQ follow? Wow. This is insane. We were just at 328. We are in the 100s right now. What a drop. MOC, ladies and gentlemen. MOC is not a game. The last 10 minutes of New York session, look out. We could be flat, but we could also drop 100 points. Clean break right here. If you're following this trend line, clean break. Clean. Wow. There it is. Heck of a day, man. MOC did not disappoint, man. It never gets old. It never gets old. And the thing is, I didn't used to watch MOC like that because I would be done trading in the first hour or two. But since I've been streaming and staying on here with you guys, I see the close. All last year, I barely saw the close, man. First hour or two, I'll be done. I'll move on with my day. But yeah, MOC, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Something to watch. All right, guys. I think I'm going to jump back on in like 2 hours. Might do some charting. I'm going to knock out maybe one or two, and then we'll hop on for the evening. All right, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. I think I'll hop back on in maybe 2 hours and get some chart work done and chop it up with you guys again. All right, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so you know exactly when I go live. If you want to hop in the Discord, you can. Link is in the pinned comment. I think that's the updated link. If you want to hit the Cash App, go ahead, man. I appreciate you. If you want to use, well, I would wait. Wait until Apex does the sale before you use this code. But if you do use a code, use this code up above. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Discipline equals freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Trust the process. Do not rush the process. Shout out to the Dominican trader. Shout out to Free Humanity. Shout out to Eric Solis. Shout out to Bozy. Shout out to NQ Cam. Shout out to Free Humanity. Shout out to Moon or Mars, my bro. Shout out to the official Stock Sage. Shout out to the official Stock Sage. Tongue twister. Shout out to Kamal Dorsey. Shout out to K the Noob. Shout out to Cave Trader Goated. Shout out to Dre. Shout out to Thomas G, TG23. I'm gonna bump you up, TG23. Shout out to Seeking Trade. Shout out to CP Trader. Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Moon or Mars again. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Alcy. Shout out to Justice. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate the support. The Infinity family is growing. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Trust the process, ladies and gentlemen. Do not rush the process. Payouts require progress. Discipline equals freedom. The base hits add up, guys. When you're in a trade and you take a L, think ahead. We have thousands of trades left to go. We have thousands of trades left to go to take. So don't worry too much about one loss. You can get it back tomorrow. Get back on the horse. Maintain the account. Make sure you don't blow the account making temporary decisions of not following your rules. Stop yourself while you're ahead, man. Think ahead. Abundance mindset. More wins are coming after a loss. More wins are coming after a win. Discipline equals freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Trust the process. Do not rush the process. Payouts require progress. Consistency over home runs. Accumulate, accumulate, accumulate. Base hits win the game, guys. Keep on going. I think I'm going to get on maybe in like two hours. Maybe for the open. We'll see. I'll hop on for a little bit. I will see you guys in a couple of hours. You guys be safe, be good to yourselves, and be good to others, ladies and gentlemen. Be good to yourselves and be good to others. Shout out to Free Humanity. K the Noob just made 500 back on the drop. Nice. Free Humanity said, I'm getting paid 500. At least I'm paying for the blown. I have possibility to withdraw 500 more. If I traded 2 more days, do I take what I have or trade 2 more days? Take what I have or... I think take what you can. Don't force it. I am getting paid 500. At least I'm paying for the blown. I have a possibility to withdraw 500 more if I traded 2 more days. Do I take what I have or trade 2 more days? I would take what you have. Take what you when there's money on the table, take it. You could get more, but if something goes wrong, let's say Trump hops on the mic out of nowhere, it could mess you up. So take your 500, go pay for the blown accounts, and then keep on adding. You can get that 500 back. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Be good to yourselves and be good to others, ladies and gentlemen. Be good to yourselves and be good to others. I might be back on in 2 hours. If you're free, tune in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube universe. Happy Thursday. I will see you guys later. Peace.